To end my tour of the central region of Ghana. I mean, this place is so rich in history and culture. I'm still in the central region on the Onga foot tour. I'm currently in Capecoast. Capecoast is the capital of the Capecoast Metropolitan District and the capital of the central region of Ghana. There's so much to learn, you know, as far as culture and history are concerned. You see next to me, Mr. Kwamina Dadzi. He is also a historian. He's going to tell us a thing or two about, you know, some of the cultures, you know, of this place. First of all, Mr. Kwamina, akwaba eba Onga foto. I like that. Ojimahinewa. Okay, and also just saying. Oyenchia. Oh, okay. Ojimahinewa. All right, okay, I don't know what that means. But me pasa me come festival be one sem, because I know that the Fetua Fasha Festival is, you know, like the most widely and regularly celebrated festival here in the central region. Me pasa me who, you know, brief background, just very briefly, you know, into your friend saying Fetua Fasha na mudino. I know that at every Afasha, at every festival, no. Wow, 1865. Okay.
What started Afasha?
Yeah.
What started, you know, as of companies number 1 and number 3. Was struggle with flag.
As for companies.
Number 1.
Okay.
Number 3.
As for companies, they are the Benti.
Number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 ya anafu.
Okay. Mpesa me kai cultural studies kakra mission or school Star Avenue. As for companies, are they warrior groups or something?
They are warrior groups.
They are warrior groups. Okay, yeah. So you can understand that they do, well, they may seem to have a hand in the traditional governance, you know, of the place. All right.
And see, open them 1865, you know, open them confusion obey them affection.
Okay, what happened? Then they see it. Then I didn't talk on about
the flags. Our number 1 on a flag, number 2 on a flag.
Flag, I hoisting. I see.
In a Benzifuka different flag.
Oh,
no, number 2 for different
flag. Before for flag.
No, you say even Mamza. This is a
oh, confusion. I oh,
the governor or 1860.
Yeah, who was the governor here?
They're called King Agri.
King Agri was the king, but who was the governor here?
There's no
at the time.
That time
okay.
No so open them.
I can make back gadgets big.
See, open them. No, what the case in grow? Capecoast cast.
Okay.
So open them. No, governor or OCC the month the official bill. For about 6 years or and over.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
And Sana, Woko meeting were casted. No, chief no governor or carrier, I'm not down. Will be asked for me, I'll be on front of flag and black. You know, be the host, 7 companies now, be as in the way.
I see.
It's what the coin we see in our.
Okay.
No, a fashion will break it.
Okay, so there was a pause in the celebration of Fetua Fashion. All right. A breaky best how long? Get you?
6 to 7 years.
Wow, I see.
So Ben Damon, no, we have a now fashion is in the year. Oh, yeah, officially.
Yes.
Official. In your with our fee, okay.
Okay, so it was an annual celebration. All right, so every now and then you would hear, you know, reference being made to Ogwa. Ogwa is the traditional name of Capecoast. Every year during these festivals, yes, there's a ritual that's performed to cleanse the stools, you know, of the chiefs. Yeah. Okay. Paprata. I know that Tabi, yeah. Tabi is a god. Is a god here. And I'll say Paprata. Okay. No. You're god of Jane. Say you're god of.
Only head of the.
Paprata head of gods in here, and Tabi but
there are 77 gods.
There are 77 gods here.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah. And they all have their shrines in the central region.
Some are the seaside.
I see.
some at Kutukraba.
I see.
In,
I see.
So
during the fetu, you know, what you call it, sacrifices and all.
When you go
to these
police station, main police station.
There's another shrine there.
Back of the police quarters.
I see. There's a shrine.
Eteew.
So do you visit some of them?
Oh yes.
Do you consult them?
Oh.
You consult the gods.
Later they become as a sport god.
Yes, I actually heard there's a soccer god. There are so many gods here, about 77, so much so that there's actually a god referred to as the soccer god. Into the mukobo football near there. What we call ways and means in sports.
Against incoming.
Amazing. It's like fetish prison here. Okay, so you can't answer. Me I trust Adriana the Onga gumo mbedi meboa. All right. So it's the Onga photo and I'm touring the central region of Ghana. I'm in Capecoast and I love it here. I tell you, if you could just take a look at the architecture here, it's still, you know, typical you know, ancient architecture. Really, I love it. It hasn't changed much. You know, again, it goes to buttress how much of a rich history and culture they have here in the central region of Ghana. So it's the Onga photo, brought to you by Onga, Mama's helping hand, Ilele.
So the reactions are
Yes, people are really loving it. So what do you think? It's the same reaction everywhere. It's official. The food revolution is here. Cooks and households everywhere are scrambling for Onga shrimp cubes.
Are you there?
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
All right, so you're welcome back, and yes, I told you earlier, I'm still touring the central region of Ghana. I'm in Capecoast. This is the capital of the Capecoast Metropolitan District and the central region of Ghana. There's so much they have here, you know, as far as culture and history are concerned. But, you know, my main thing is establishing that relationship between food and culture. That's my business on the Onga photo. So I'm with Aunty Abeduaa, alias Mama G. G for General to where? And where? That's right. Now I'm back Cape Coast. General of Cape Coast. Anyway, today now when you're my who's already prepare. I mean, you can't come to the central region and not have this. This is Eteew meboa. I mean, there's no way. And a personal fry. Personal day. Oh, okay, yes. Octopus stew, personal fry. That's right. But like I was saying, I mean, there's no way you can come to the central region and, you know, say ask to eat something, you know, a meal indigenous to this place and not have Eteew. Eteew is banku. Eteew ne banku no. And so say, is there a difference at all? You know.
Yeah. Frame.
Okay, but it's only the Banchimori frame. Yeah. Oh, I see. So that's the difference. Wow, it's quite a difference between Banku and Eteew. With Eteew, there's no cassava dough, you know, but with Banku, you know, you add your cassava dough. There's cassava dough and the corn dough, but this is just corn dough. It's Eteew and posna fry, octopus stew, here in the central region. Okay, so it's here and Guni. Oh, come and kuno na me for you. Where's Zomi? Okay, so this is Zomi. And yes, everybody knows that I love Zomi. It's a type of palm oil, really. Thank you. So it's posna fry na Eteew. So you've heard the difference between Eteew and banku. It's like you're preparing your banku, but you're not gonna add your cassava dough. That's all. Okay. Onions are good. I love onions because there's vitamin A. What's a general class? That's right. So I love my onions. I do. Good source of vitamin A for, you know, great eyesight. So I have very clear, bright eyes, very beautiful eyes.
Yeah, I have and you will
So my way I'm many Hey, and your romance gets romance. What do you know? What is the show? Hey, Mama G.
No, I say.
Anyway, so that is Eteew na posna fry. All right, and Jane and I'm Safedie. So where tomatoes in there? Okay, so this is ground onions, tomatoes, and pepper. All right. So you see, it's quite a lot. So we're gonna have a lot of stew, a lot of octopus stew today. So because the octopus is very low in calories, you know, it's a good source of protein. So you get your protein without all the, you know, all the fats. But remember, it's also relatively high in cholesterol, so you want to be careful. You know, you don't want too much cholesterol, you know, floating in your bloodstreams. All right, since where Jenny Mutaidi wa hase. Mutaidi one. Mubedi, you know, this is a fishing city. It's a, you know, it's a fishing port. It's a coastal town, so you know, there's all sorts of seafood here. Yeah. Enti yawo Capecoast I say. Oh, Capecoast I say. Eteew here na school ni ade. I see. Enti no mate say personal for you na wo guy name. Your friend say 5 meter. And also dey. Yeah, woman I did. I see. All right, so with this Eteew, I suppose if this is your first time, you want to be careful. You know, when you prepare your banku, because of your cassava dough, you know, you are sure it's going to be soft and all. But this is just corn dough, which is actually a great source of carbohydrates. And then there's also some fiber in there because, you know how you prepare your corn dough. But you want to be careful because I am say if I'm a faso kakra a bit me ayedin. It's when say you didn't share show. It's you didn't share show. Wow. Okay. Oh yeah, faho. What free jars so na dey 5 meter no. 5 meter no. No. All right, so you see you want to eat this, you know, whilst it's hot. And now we're going to add some tin tomatoes. Okay, me find in ngum. Me find tin tomatoes in there. Crazy. Say yeah. And I'm feeling calm. Okay. On your day. Yeah, baby, you know, we want to do, you know, this as fresh as possible. So we want to use just, you know, very fresh ingredients. I do love it here. I do love it here in the central region, in Capecoast. If you can see behind me, see the architecture here. The architectural style is really still, it's very ancient, you know, not much modernity has been added. Now mene openi kwame na dazi din komansa ye be nu aduane no. And I know near can fit to a fashion home. Fit to a fashion no matter say, you know, it's you know, like I said earlier, it's the most you know, regularly and widely celebrated festival here in the central region. Ya fashion usudi. Anani. We do festival then na wo ye. Because my sister wo Mama G no fans ukromo ha. Mama G for general. Fashion no dey ma afia nkasa. Ese do fashion then na wo ye. Me ye no me bebre. Then ya then sa. Wo ye party. Papa. I see. Na party no o serve Eteew ne personal for 5 meter. Nyama bebre. All right, so we're adding our salt now. See how she does it. You know, na make her say wo di begu nsuo mansa. You know, okay. But it's still the same thing. It's gonna dissolve, you know, into the banku. Anyway. Okay, now I need a napkin because this is, yeah. Okay. So it's simmering, you can see, rather fiercely. And I have very sensitive skin, so I'm trying to cover my hand with a napkin. Then in the meantime, okay, into your chimu kakra, then we're gonna add some where pakoshito. So we're adding some pakoshito. And so yes, it's very fine. So you see, we're just crushing our pakoshito into the stew. All right, so we just crushed our pakoshito. Some more pakoshito. Okay. So there's already some ground pepper here, but it didn't so fine. So if you're not okay with the pepper content, you know, when you're eating your personal fry, your octopus stew, you can, you know, be mashing your pepper, the crushed pakoshito, you know, in your stew. Okay, so now, as I said, what about the Onga baby? What the Onga baby? Okay, what the okay, she's going to use a shrimp tablet. All right. All right, so we've added some Onga shrimp tablet. What the shrimp tablets in our pen? What's Onga near Obebre? All right, and then she's also adding the Onga stew. Yes, that's a good choice. That's a great choice. All right, okay, so just a bit of this. You know, the stew is quite a lot, so yeah. But you know that there's quite an amount of salt in your Onga seasoning. So when you're preparing your stew with your Onga seasonings, be sure to use your seasonings before you decide whether or not you want to add some more regular salt. Yes, but there's also the fact that you have your iodine in your Onga seasonings. Yes, and you know that you need iodine. I think I've drummed it home enough. You need iodine in your diet every day, and you can get a healthy dose of iodine from your Onga seasonings. Okay, so what next? A bit of salt. So a bit tasty answer because Onga no say insure. It's a near cano. Wait, tasty kakra answer. It's really kakra, just a little, yeah. Okay, doctor said my it's not too good. So salt is another thing you want to take in moderation. In the meantime, our Eteew is on fire. We've added a bit of water and see how she does that with such expertise and skill. All right, so Eteew and Posna Froy is still on fire. The octopus isn't in the stew yet. That's what I can't wait to see because I haven't prepared this before. But I do know that it's quite healthy, except for the fact that I'm a bit, worried about the cholesterol level. I think I also take consolation from the fact that it has, quite an amount of vitamin A and vitamin C. There's also the vitamins, the B vitamins, especially omega-3 fatty acids, which are good for you because it reduces the risk of heart disease and cancer. All right, so it's the Onga Fotoa. We're coming to you from Capecoast, capital of the central region of Ghana. Up next is the recipe of the week. Onga Fotoa, brought to you by Onga. Mama's helping hand. Ilele.
Mommy, can I help? Can I also help? What is this?
It's Onga.
What does it do?
It's the key to delicious food. Onga gives any dish such a great taste and unique flavor that every meal is a special treat.
Can I help?
Always when the food is ready. Onga, Mama's helping hand. And now, introducing the 50-gram sachet, which gives you more.
Did you know that preparing yam balls with vegetables and milk makes it healthier? Adding white pepper and nutmeg gives it a pleasant smell. Here are the ingredients to prepare yam balls: boiled yam, white pepper, nutmeg, milk, eggs, breadcrumbs, onga, chopped carrots, green pepper, onions, and cooking oil. Here's how to do it. Fry vegetables with a little oil and add spices, onga and white pepper. Vegetables should be slightly cooked. Add fried vegetables to mashed boiled yam. Add little milk, egg yolk, and nutmeg. Mix everything together, roll into balls, dip into beaten egg, and roll them in breadcrumbs till they are brown. Serve hot with sauce of your choice. Keep posting your various recipes onto our Onga Ghana Facebook page or the new Onga recipe website, foodgh.com.
All right, so you're welcome back. It's the Onga Fotoa from Capecoast, capital of the central region of Ghana, where we're preparing Aunty Abeduaa, but Mama G
Abeduaa.
Sorry, G Mama. G for general.
General to Calabar, Calabar to Abuja, Abuja to London. London to chop money.
That's right. Na Cape Coast, I say won't pay her. No Cape Coast. Anyway, so we're preparing Eteew na Posna Froy. So how do you send your cleaning way? Because I know first of all that it has, see how it is. I know that it has blue blood, and I haven't seen very fresh octopus before with the blood and all. Why you and to send what you're cleaning the same. Try and send you're cleaning octopus.
I had to say Zimbisa. To what the bear.
You
was
be
black be baba. Black and Banoa winning.
What did that was for Shannon home? So yeah.
Bear 4 times.
Okay. So you have to be careful, really, when you're handling your octopus. There's another thing about this. You know, it's a bit dicey in the sense that you want to eat this as fresh as possible. When octopus is not fresh, it can give you some illnesses, you know. So you want to eat this as fresh as possible, and you want to clean it as well as you can. And so in this case, she says, "Baby waho, nedza waho, edze wana, nei
I will room fine."
It's a typical fancy way of describing how to do something. Or say, yeah, I like that. Okay,
that's
so
Mama G.
That's Mama G for you. G for general.
General to Calabar. Calabar to Abuja.
You must
Abuja to London.
You octopus in stew, yeah. For octopus, it good for you. All right, so okay. See, I was telling you earlier, this is what I would have done. I love to season. Okay, I don't know the kind of tongue I have, but I like very spicy and tasty food. So when I'm preparing my stews or my sauces with meat or fish or whatever protein, I like to season the protein. You know what I mean? So I like to do it overnight. So in this case, this is what I would have done. This is my tip. I would have seasoned this like overnight, put in the freezer. So my Onga seasoning will go into like every fiber of the octopus. Boy. And then when you bite into it, oh my goodness. If you have no idea what this tastes like, well, I hope you tasted, you know, squid or calamari. You know, that should give you an idea. They're both from the same family. And look at that. Boy. So this is it. Your healthy protein with very little fats. All right, so that's it. Right now, everything is on fire. Oh, later we're going to add a green pepper. Okay, you can see I'm sweating profusely. I'm in a hurry. I'm a bit famished as well. So I want to eat this, you know, like fast and get it over and done with. Okay, so we're going to add some green peppers, you know, our sweet peppers. You know, when you're preparing your stew and you want to add your sweet peppers, you don't do it very early. You don't put it in the stew very early because it's going to get all soft, you know, and soggy, and it's going to lose all the taste. So you use it like last minute in the stew. So you're still going to retain the sweet taste of your sweet pepper or your green pepper. All right, so it's the Onga fota. Now our green pepper is coming. And you can't you do more. I being this near the gum. But also, I wish I was shut main bomb come out. Then I will say, Yendru, your pensum, your Janet. That's a year you know. All right, but then I will come and say, already I know that as all your romantic woman because you see Eteew was not for no. Ayana unya, what to share uknu, or say ya, enum edi, open uknu pan. Hey, Uncle, so on China. It's then I will, what do you do? You know,
with a mattress.
What's a mattress?
I
walk to crabba. Oh, okay, make walk to crabba market, none will be.
Oh, I can't come
I can't be now, create a home, and yet too late. And yet, what's a mattress? I see. Same as a winning, you know, romance. Mattress sounds on the top. So, all right.
Green pepper.
Okay, yeah. I love this. I love the way she's chopped, sliced her onions into rings. I do this at home a lot. I love this. Say na ya me chicha mi jene the pen rings. Yeah. I love this. And it kind of garnishes your sauce as well, your stew as well. I like it. And your octopus, ne besi jaso wache. A chance. Oh, it's a fish, no. Yeah, money see jaso sa. Okay. All right. So we want to eat this crunchy. Okay. So you don't want your octopus to get too soft. So it's the Onga fota. Our Eteew is also on fire. By the time it's almost done actually. So by the time we come, you know, all of this should be ready and served. I can't wait to taste this because, you know, this will be my first time eating this the Central Region way. Onga fota brought to you by Onga, Mama's helping hand. Ilele.
So the reactions are
Yes, people are really loving it. So what do you think? It's the same reaction everywhere. It's official. The food revolution is here. Cooks and households everywhere are scrambling for Onga shrimp cubes.
Are you there?
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
And you're welcome back. So Eteew na posna fry is done. Basically your Eteew and your, octopus stew. So look at how it looks, so good, and I really can't wait to taste it. So I have with me, you saw my historian friend, the man to whom I spoke earlier, Mr. Kwamena Dadzi. Mr. Kwamena Dadzi, me no one na eja ye di nkomo. He say I anu aduane we no me say better as in taste here. You say Eteew ne posna fry. You say ade amuta di wo hanti no. Meaning say we used to. But also, the difference is that where the Onga, the boom. It's one because all the difference. All right. Aunty Abeduaa.
Hello.
Mama G.
Yeah.
G for general.
Yeah.
Ugusuba apron. Just all right. So just 7 a.m. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's it. Say about Capecoast, say what menu was not for any. That's all my.
I saw down.
Midday, and at this point, I have not made person make a sabi. It's really a fight. Trust my I say Onga.
Onga kahune is run wide.
It's the Onga photo, and I'm having such a blast in the central region. This is posna fry, octopus stew, and Eteew. I love it. I love it. It's like, really good. So it's the Onga photo, and it's brought to you by Onga, Mama's helping hand. Ilele.